What's up guys, Doomsday here. Today we're back again. In this video, we're going to be playing some Wukong in the jungle. So we got ourselves another Wukong video. I've still been playing a lot of Wukong. And I've really been enjoying it. It's been working out very well for me and I've been climbing pretty well with it. So for Wukong, the build that I like to go is I'll just go Black Cleaver for my damage and then just full on tank. And really my goal with Wukong and with this build is to just carry team fights by providing tank and my ultimate and setting up for my teammates, because your ultimate is such a good ability in team fights. You can knock up entire enemy teams if you use it right, and it works perfectly well for these small dragon fights that often break out. So I'm starting off with a normal clear. I think I was lagging a bit at the start of this, but I get ourselves a good leash from our dragon laners, and in my opinion, any laner should be comfortable given a leash, but I don't think you should miss a minion for it. Because it's really important, in my opinion, to get that level 2 in your lane. Because if you're still level 1 while your enemy is level 2 in the lane, then that can be a bit problematic since they can pressure you a good amount. But you can make it so you can leash without losing any minions or experience. So even just 3 or 4 extra hits, it definitely helps. And it definitely increases the jungle clear speed for any jungler. So that's definitely very helpful. But while I'm clearing this, one thing that you actually can't notice right now. The reason why I'm actually doing the replay is because sometimes whenever I do the normal recording, it actually lags a bit, or it causes me to lag. But an important thing is that I'm keeping an eye on these lanes and what's going on. So here now, I'm just looking at these lanes, seeing what's going on here. Oh, sorry for this, but I'm keeping an eye on this. And this is really important because it really sets up for which lanes you can gank. So over here now, I see mid lane is pretty much ungankable, and I see this top skirmish breaking out. And I'm actually watching it right now as I'm farming, and see what I just noticed there. I just noticed viewer just used that flash, and they're grabbing their fruit right now. So I know that there's no fruit left over, and that they already used their flash. So I actually skip over my scuttle, and I go straight to this lane. And now I just able to just flash onto this viewer third ability and go right onto him. And I know they have no flash to get out, so that's a free first blood, and that's a really important reason why it's definitely super important to just keep an eye on your lanes when you are farming up, because when you're farming up, you aren't really doing much. You're kind of just pressing your third ability, first ability to farm up with Wukong, so yep. And the next video, I'll definitely try and make sure to get the recording like during the match so you could see exactly what I'm looking at and what's going on and what I'm typing and stuff. But now I was actually trying to get this Diana. This Diana was one shot. I'm pretty sure they had a cam in there, or a ward, I mean. Just because they're playing super safe and then you guys there, so. Instead, I just hope to push this wave in for Orianna and then get the reset in for Orianna. So now we could just back off. That's kind of a risky recall position from Orianna. Oh, what do? Oh, I keep on farming, actually. Alright, so I actually keep on farming, and I actually know why I did this. Because on junglers where you go Black Cleaver first item, that's actually a cheaper first item than something like Trinity Force. Something like Trinity Force, you're never going to get that item before first dragon unless you get like 3 kills or something insane like that. But something like Black Cleaver, with 1 kill and if you farm right, you can actually get that item before that first dragon fight. And that's huge because having a tier 3 item before that first dragon fight is a really big deal. So that's actually what I'm doing right now. I was like, I don't need to reset. My jungle is respawning, so I just keep on power farming actually. And another thing is getting level 5 on Wukong. So I actually didn't look for a gank right as I got level 5. I don't think I saw any gankable lanes because meta just reset. I just killed topside and I wasn't near there, and bot side's kind of a hard gank this match. So I actually keep on farming, and I think after I take this next camp, then I do have enough. So over here I'm pinging the Jarvan's topside. I'm keeping an eye actually. If they do turret dive this, I'm ready to rotate, because if they do turret dive that and I'm on this side of the map, I can easily just go over there and counter jungle and get 2 free kills. And that's actually one mistake that a lot of people make. So over here, you're going to see I'm actually pinging, I'm heading towards the Drake. I'm shopping. Notice how I just buy my entire Black Cleaver just right away, and now I have that. And I think the Jarvan actually got his too. Yep, the Jarvan got his too, because he got a kill. So now we're both going to a dragon side with that. And now I'm looking what I could do. I have my ultimate off cooldown, and your ultimate is huge because you can get some really good ganks off with it. And I'm looking towards this boss side, and this is actually where you have to be very careful. This is where a lot of people make mistakes. So I actually don't full on engage here. I keep an eye out, and I notice that the Jarvan is missing because now we're just kiting back to our turret. I have my ultimate, and we're able to just chain CC like crazy. Like, look at that. The Stone ultimate, my ultimate, the Orion ultimate. And now I'm just forcing him out. I actually didn't realize that the Diana was still alive. I thought my team was going to be able to clean him up, but since there are 3 of them there, but I guess we weren't able to. But notice what we do here. We do not force that dragon. In my opinion, that's key because right now, look at the lanes. The Fiora is missing. For all we know, the Fiora could be on their way. Plus, there's still 3 of them up. Plus, the death timers are super short, meaning if we don't get that dragon super quick, then we're all just going to throw that entire fight. And we're instantly going to lose because they're going to have shopped again, gotten a reset, be full health. While we are not. Plus, I do not have my ultimate, and that's actually huge on Wukong. Because without your ultimate, you can definitely get beat up by a lot of heroes, and you definitely don't provide the most value compared to somebody like a Jarvan, which might do more if you don't have your ult. So, I was actually typing in the chat. I always do this whenever something like this happens, and I use my ultimate to get a kill or 2, but not enough to take the dragon. So right now I'm just getting some poke damage onto this Diana, seeing if I can make him burn anything. But I know that they're on that dragon right now. I see they're over there. I was actually typing, don't fight until I get the dragon. Ooh, actually, don't fight until I get my ult back off cooldown. So over here now, I'm kind of low actually. I'm debating whether to reset or not, but a key thing is that if you do choose to reset here, don't do it when they have vision of you. Because if they see you resets over here, now I'm pretty sure they're around here. I want my team to rotate, so I'm kind of just waiting around to see if they can help. This Diana's here. I have my ults back off cooldown. And again, this is why, in my opinion, you really, really want to fight with your ults. Because if I had my ult there, I don't think we would have gotten that kill on Diana. Of course, I went down, but my team was able to get a good kill. And that was really bad positioning by Oriana. They walked right into their front line's face. So this fight is actually starting to look kind of... That was a little bit south, but our Darius actually rotates. That's something to keep an eye on. The Dragon Linear rotating. That's a huge indicator as to whether you should take this Dragon fight or not. This Fiora is just getting the top turret. Darius chose to rotate. And they are able to pick up this kill, I think. Yes, they are. So that was well played by them. But one of the biggest mistakes that you can make on Wukong, in my opinion, is going for big fights without your ultimate. Actually, the only reason I'm doing it here is because this Darius is over here, but in an even matchup, I would not go for this. So now I'm kind of backing off. Notice I'm not like hard forcing it. I'm just sitting back because I know once I do get my ult off back off cooldown, I definitely can do more. And over here, I don't know why our backline's just walking right into their face, but now the Fiora's missing, but I do have my ult back off cooldown, so I'm okay with fighting. And what am I pinging? Oh, actually, the Fiora was not here. The Fiora was still pushing the top side. So I'm actually pinging. We should probably deal with that because a really bad thing you could do is keep on giving laners turrets after turrets, because turrets are worth so much gold if you don't know. I think each plate is worth about 150 gold, and getting the turret is 100 gold for the laner, I think. So what is that? That's like probably like close to like 600 gold. Plus first turret is worth 1,000 gold if you did not know. So over here now, oop, where am I? I'm actually going right onto this Diana. And I was able to get that catch out there. That was really close. So I'm still hanging out on this side of the map. What do? I'm actually worried that there might be on Herald. A lot of the junglers try and do that. They try and sneak a fast one on Herald. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. Over here now, I see the Jarvan's around here. But what I was talking about earlier, paying attention to the Baron laners. You really don't want to force it if you don't have to. If you don't have your Baron laner and theirs rotates, it's not the end of the world to give up the first dragon. Because your Baron laner can just keep on farming and get fed up and get more gold. And that can help later on in the match. But the biggest throw you could do, in my opinion, is going for a 4v5 and completely getting team wiped and then giving up the dragon, because that's pretty much game. So now again, a humble ultimate. I'm really just trying to disrupt them. That's my goal as Wukong. Just chain CC and just keep on ulting them. And I'm able to get both of my ult parts on him pretty well. So now the Jarvan actually gets a super good ultimate on a bunch of us. And now we're actually able to clean this up. The Fiora was going mid. I think there's... Yeah, the Fiora was one shot. That was actually why they left. They were able to get that, sadly, but... This Fiora's pushing this mid lane. I actually choose to go right there. I'm like, I can't give this Fiora more gold and stuff. Let's look at the gold count. So yep, this Fiora is definitely in the lead, although they have not gotten any kills. They have more gold than the Darius. The Jhin actually has a bit more gold somehow. They must have done a really good job farming. But yeah, again, I'm sorry about the replay mode if you all don't like that. Definitely, next time I'll get it. The live video so you all can see better what I'm seeing during the actual match. And also, something if you didn't know, you can actually check this on the scoreboard, but if you see the champs, the 5 champs on each side, like right over here, the green circle in the corner, top right corner of the picture, that actually indicates whether they have their ult or not. So that's something really important to keep an eye on. Because, for example, if my team's check and they see I don't have my ult off cooldown, then they probably shouldn't force a bad fight that we don't think we're going to win. So that's just something really cool that you could do if you didn't know. I actually didn't know that until quite recently, so that was nice to know. But yep, now we're looking pretty decent, so looking at these team comps, I play a lot for team fights, if you don't realize. I play a lot of team fight-oriented champs, Alistar, Braum, Wukong. And now what am I doing? What am I up to? I'm looking for this bot side gank, actually. I see the Alistar was in mid. So, I was keeping an eye on that bot side, but the Jhin actually backs off, so I'm actually just farming up, and what's going on over here? They're all actually grouped over here. I think they're trying to push this mid turret. So no, I'm just keep on farming. And in my opinion, this is a good choice to farm up a bunch because they aren't really doing much. They aren't able to push anything in, so I'm not just wasting time just running around the map like some of them are doing and some of the teammates are doing. Instead, I'm actually taking this time to farm up. And over here, we get good poke on Alistar. The Sona, that was definitely a bad ult in my opinion. We would not be able to kill an Alistar. I think they ulted. Yeah, they ulted too, so they were unkillable pretty much. But that was good. We forced out both the flash and the ult from Alistar. I'm looking towards this top side. This Darius has got to watch out. That was a bit of an early exhaust, actually. In my opinion, they should have held the exhaust for a bit longer. And now we're pretty much just trying to track down this Fiora. So I have to flash to him for him, sadly, but we're able to pick up that kill. In my opinion, that was definitely worth my ultimate because shutting down a Fiora is worth so much because Fiora's entire playstyle is you're super lane dominant. There's pretty much no laners that can beat you if you're a good Fiora, and you get a gold lead from that. And with that gold lead, you can pretty much just keep on pushing lanes, farming up, and 1v1ing pretty much any champ. So that's the entire vibes of Fiora pretty much. So if you can actually shut down that Fiora, make them fall behind, then they become pretty much useless because they aren't even particularly good at team fights. And if they fall behind far enough to where they can't 1v1 at your teammates, then there's really no point in a Fiora. So over here now, I'm resetting. What did I get? I got my Guardian Angel. That's huge, actually. Getting a Guardian Angel right before a big dragon fight's going to break out. That's really big. So now over here, we're all spam pinging. Let's go touch dragon. And actually, the reason why is this Jarvan is shown topside. That's a huge mistake from the Jarvan. If you're a jungler, you can't afford to do that. You have to be very careful when you do show yourself on the map. So now he's trying to get down here fast enough, but I know I can get over here, smite that quick enough, and we're able to get that. And now look what I'm doing. I'm literally just getting in their face, and I'm just ulting them over and over. I'm getting their ADC's face into their entire backline. And look, I'm literally distracting 3 of them while my team is just completely destroying them. Plus, I have my Guardian Angel. That's why I'm not too worried about going in too deep. If I didn't have Guardian Angel, I'd be a bit more cautious, but that's just what you can do with Guardian Angel. That's why it's such a good teamfight item, because you can literally go right in their face like that and not care at all. So now we're trying to push this mid turret here. We got 4 of them down. It's just the Fiora. And over here, I really want this team wipe, actually. I'm being careful. I don't want to give up my Guardian Angel because it's very valuable and the cooldown is super long. So if you don't have to, then definitely don't just get it popped carelessly. But actually, a cool thing you could do is you can actually type in chat if your teammates will listen. You can just tell them, wait for your Guardian Angel. Like later on in the match, be like 30 seconds to my Guardian Angel. Can we wait? And if they do that, that's definitely very helpful. But as I was saying earlier, showing yourself on the map as a jungler is so important. So earlier, when I was talking about resetting for that first dragon, if I want to get a reset in, if I wanted to do that, I needed to make sure that no enemies were watching me or they could see me. Because if they see me reset over there when that first dragon is up, they can easily just rush it and smite it, and there's nothing I could do since they know I'd reset, and it takes me a bit of time to come back to dragon. So that's very important. But this Darius was actually pinging this top tier now. That's a very good choice. Getting all the first tier turrets and all the lanes, it really opens up the map, and it makes it so the enemies have almost no protection. Since imagine if this turret was gone, like Jarvan would not be safe here. And especially with their champs like Jhin, Diana, they can get caught out pretty easily, so getting these turrets are huge actually. So I just farmed up my jungle here. And now we're looking for something. I have my ults back off cooldown. What's happening? The Orion is resetting. I think we're just waiting for our teammates to get back. They went to go and shop for some items. The Darius got a gargoyle. I've actually been running a bunch of gargoyle on Wukong. It's working out really well. Just because you could literally just third ability in ultimate and then gargoyle until you could use a second charge for your ultimate. And they literally just can't kill you. Because first of all, you're so tanky with just going full on tank because you're building tank. Plus with the gargoyle, you could literally just run right in their face as I was doing earlier and they can't kill you. And then you just ult them right in the face and just disrupt them. Completely just distract them. That's really the goal of me with this Wukong. It's not to deal the most damage because that's not what this build is meant for. If you want to deal the most damage, definitely build more damage items. But you'll see, I could just go right into their face. Like, I'm literally just going, I'm distracting like 3 of them right here. They're all just focused on me. I'm just knocking them up. Look, they can't even kill me. I stole my Guardian Angel too. Sadly, something got me. Some burn got me from somewhere. But this Darius gets a huge hook. And now we're pretty much just able to clean this up. And the only reason we were able to do that is because my team was just destroying whoever was there while they were distracted with me. That's just what you could do with Wukong. You can completely carry fights. Like, I don't have the most kills on my team. I didn't have the most damage at the end of this match, but it's definitely arguable that I did the most. I have 12 assists, 3 kills. That's pretty good. Plus with Wukong, you can match up against a lot of meta junglers. Like, Wukong does really well into champs like Lee Sin. It does well into Evelyn, in my opinion. As long as you don't let him get fed. Because of course, if those champs get fed, then there's nothing you can really do. But they do a very good job because a lot of times people are very bad at using their advantage to snowball and snowball and snowball. And eventually people make a lot of mistakes, and really team fights, in my opinion, are more important than going for snowballing. Just because snowballing, it takes a lot of precision and not making careless mistakes, which is really, people make mistakes in solo queues so much. So that's why these team fights are huge, in my opinion. That's why I like playing for team fights, actually. But now again, we're just cleaning this up. And Wukong is definitely, they can shut down like Lee Sin, Evelyn, and team fights. It just does so well into those champs. Plus, it's a pretty well-rounded champ. It's not even like you're bad at matching up with them normally. Plus, you just offer more in team fights. That's just why I love Wukong, but this match has come to a close, actually. I'm just going right into their face. I was able to get their Jhin. I actually didn't have my ult up. I used it earlier. I think I just used my gargoyle, so they weren't even able to kill me. But we're just shutting them down completely. But anyways, again, sorry. I want to apologize for this kind of format for the video. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll definitely make it better in the next one for y'all. That's going to be it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. Comment down anything below. I definitely do enjoy reading the comments every time. But that's going to be it for this video. Oh, let's check out the stats afterwards. Yes, I got the MVP with 16 assists. Oh, I participated in 20 of the 21 kills. That's insane. That's really good. And look at my damage too. Keep in mind, I only built 1 damage item. Yet I did the second most amount of damage on my team. Plus I tanked up a bunch too. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see y'all in the next video.